Hello, bro. Good evening to you.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Good to see you.
Perfect.
All right. What a match for Liverpool today against Toulouse. They were beating 2-3 at Toulouse, their stadium. And I would like to get your thoughts on this match because contrary to what we expected to happen today, it was not the case. I mean, looking at what happened to them against Luton Town in the Premier League, unexpected result. And I can boldly say too, tonight's game was also an unexpected result in the Europa League. So what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Okay, it was a tough time for Liverpool today, because more like everything that they planned for did not actually work out for them. And if you also look at the game properly, you find out that the Tolouse guys were really out for this one. They just wanted to prove a point. And mind you, Liverpool for themselves, you might be like maybe they were like nonchalant about the whole thing because 3 games, 3 points, 9 points in 3 games. So they were sitting pretty good on the first position, okay? And come to think of it, they had a team like Saint Union, and you now also have Tolouse with the other team out there. And but then it came like a surprise, just like you said. And even at the dying minutes when McAllister scored a goal that is supposed to be his first goal for Liverpool, but at the end of the day, it just looked like Liverpool went to Europe to lose. Okay, so more like the name Tolouse means that Liverpool were just going there to lose. But then,
Tolouse,
yeah. But then, you wonder, a club like Tolouse, what do they really stand for? Mind you, they are not a club to be pushed aside, okay? Because last season they won the Coupe de France, okay, more like their FA Cup. They won it, and they had a very good season in France. Mind you, it's not like the team like I don't want to even mention their
Don't
big
go there.
papa.
Don't go there.
I don't want to mention their big papa, but when you look like Lille, Metropole, you look Lens, and also look at what Nantes is doing right now, okay?
Yeah.
And but then you see a club that even in their city, football is not their main thing. Why? As a younger person, I was seeing Toulouse as a rugby team because I follow rugby. I was seeing them and they are doing excellently well, if not the best rugby team in France, because they won their own championship. Well, this is football, but they won their own championship and all that. And also, Toulouse is known for other sports like tennis,
Wow, that's amazing.
yes, like biking. Oh, they do a whole lot of biking there. Okay?
Amazing.
Yeah. So, but then, that is one cool thing with football. Okay, that you just go from one city to the city and stuffs are happening and monies are being created. But that aside, the team showed resilience today. They came out and they played their game. And also, when Liverpool scored and when Tolouse scored 2 goals, and people were like, "Oh, come on!" Just like Liverpool are king of comebacks. So we're expecting Liverpool to come back and win the game, but then, oh man, it did not work out that way. That even to the dying minute, when the equalizer came, I said, okay, maybe because it's Liverpool, they'll get the equalizer. But what then happened? The referee and the VAR team, the same VAR controversy happened today because which player? Was it McAllister who handled the ball? Okay, was it McAllister in the midfield who handled the ball, and the question now was whether the ball hit his lower arm or his sleeve. Okay, so it was just that argument that people were running around, dying. When I mean seconds for the game to finish. Okay, and that happened. So everywhere was just erupted with confusion and all manner of things happening there. And the Toulouse guys wanted to win this game. Okay, so when the referee was just there listening to the VAR team, they were just disturbing until they now give him the go ahead to go and watch the screen. And I bet you that referee is a strong-willed person, because the pressure that they gave to him there, and that's one. See, can we or can footballers ever shy away from coming close to the referee? Even though when that goal entered or when the ball crossed the line, one of the Tolouse players rushed the referee, and the next thing, the referee gave him another one. The other guy ran away. But then, mind you, these rules have been set. I don't know why. Yeah, one might also say emotions. Mind you, right now, if you ever bring out your hand to tell the referee to give somebody a card, you'll be given a card. Okay, but then how many referees can keep up to this? Because this thing happens almost all the time, and sometimes these referees are human. Okay, they might just see things like that. Say, just leave it. It's part of the game. Okay, but then it was a wonderful game out there. I really had fun watching the game. And you then ask what next for Liverpool? If you ask me, I'll be like, come on. They need to nothing like a drawing board here.
please, I don't want to hear that drawing board thing, because I know what comes to your mind whenever you mention that.
No, I'm not gonna. See, I vow. Okay, I know people out there have been attacking me about the way I talk about Chelsea. I vow. Hey, I did not want to mention the name of the club. Okay, but then, it was an exciting game. And Liverpool, I see them, come on, they have what it takes. And it's also a good thing that Diaz has his father has been released.
Yeah, what a great news.
Yeah.
Talking about the international break, and obviously when they are back from the international break, that is when the league will get hotter. That is when we know the who is who.
And 2 more Champions League European nights, 2 more games to play.
I'm telling you.
Boom.
So now, I'm just taking it that this Liverpool game, let's just say, based on how you said it, there are 9 points there, and so they didn't really take the game as. But that aside, that's for Europe.
But anything can happen. 9 points. They still have another team below them. The 2 teams below them are at 5 points each, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have a team at 3 points. Okay, so, but then the 5 point team, and it can still happen. And this is football. What if they lose the next 2 games?
That's true.
Nothing can happen.
So now, coming back from this international break, which Premier League teams do you see standing the test of time?
Manchester City.
Just Manchester City?
Manchester City. The rest are just there. Manchester City. Manchester City all the way, because they have what it takes.
So some of these teams now that are likely to, that are performing well, this team, the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool and the rest, what do you really feel they need to do to manage the situation coming back from the international break?
Make sure your players are fit. Don't overwork them. I know some coaches right now will be like, they will not be so happy that their players will be going for an international break, especially the clubs that, in fact, every other club out there now, everybody is selfish about this whole thing, because the clubs are the ones paying the bills. So a nation will just come, jack them, and just go and break their legs and send them back again. Then the club
has to take care of the expenses of their treatment and all that.
So, and you know, at the end of the day, this is business. Yeah. Business before where you are coming from. Okay, because if you're not even playing for those clubs, you might not even make it to your national team. That's so true. You need to pay first priority to your club before your nation. It's unfortunate we cannot shy away from that. I know some person will be like, oh, come on, I'm allergic to my nation. No, my nation's come first. But then if the club is not there, you cannot represent your nation.
It's true.
In fact, if I look at the Nigerian team now, if you are playing for a local team, they will not be regarded.
Of course, that's true.
They are looking for the ones playing so well.
For
bigger teams. Okay? So you cannot shy away from that. But then the clubs are the ones bearing all these burdens when a player comes back with a broken leg.
Reminds me of a similar case of Osimhen. You see what happened when he had what he had. They had to fly him back to Naples and all that. And Napoli was complaining at a point that all this type of thing. So how do you really see these international sides balancing with those players that are playing from club sides? How do you really see
look at what the chairman of the club of Napoli said, Laurentiis, saying that Although we've not still confirmed, but it's still very, very tough news out there that he does not want his players to go for the Nations Cup.
But obviously,
Yeah, some
that can
persons
just be
also
possible.
call it racism, because if you don't want them to go for Nations Cup, that means they shouldn't also go for other European championship, the ones that are Europeans. But then you also ask the question: the Nations Cup is coming at the business time of the year for most clubs. Okay, between January and February.
Yeah.
If you miss out, if you're a club, if you don't play good football in January and February, my brother, there will be nothing out there for you again. So I understand their pains. Let's also understand that these guys are the ones paying these bills.
Yeah, that's true. So now, Premier League arguably is one of the most interesting leagues in the world. And that's why most times we are always so much, fascinated by how the Premier League, the hustle and bustle of the Premier League. So now judging from the table we have seen so far, now, these bottom 3 teams, do you feel that, of course, they are due, obviously right now, they are, should I say, qualified to be relegated. So do you really see any of these bottom 3 teams like narrowly escaping relegation towards the end of the season?
Oh, sure. Okay, so clubs like Sheffield United. In fact, the clubs in Sheffield are not doing well. Maybe because I have a bit of affiliation with, a relationship with Sheffield as a town. So Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United themselves, they are not doing well at all. Yeah, let me keep it that way. Then you have Luton Town. You ask the question: will they make it? That's a very tough call out there. That's a tough call for me, because look at what they did during the Liverpool game, and also they've scored more than these teams under around the relegation zone. So I think will there be surprises? I don't see surprises. Then Bournemouth, I don't know whether those guys can survive it. Even with Patrick Kluivert's son that is there, find out that team just. It might not just be easy for them.
Nobody can vouch for them.
Yes, and also when you also but that's why the Premier League is the finest league in the world.
That's what I said earlier.
Because even in the Champions League currently, the Champions League ship, you see Leicester, mind you, the Leicester, the Iheanachos, the Ndidis are playing championship, my brother. And they did not leave.
They didn't leave. They stayed put. And I really found that shocking. Despite the rumors.
Where would they go? They are there playing the football.
We died there.
So when you look at it, you be like, championship. So that's to tell you that some leagues, championship, some European leagues, this championship is bigger and better than them. Yes, you have Leeds United there. You have Leicester. Then you have the rest. Yes,
I just West Brom and the rest.
Yeah. In fact, oh God, English league. Imagine Bolton back in those days of Okocha. Bolton, you cannot find I'm not sure they are even around the third tier, as in League One, which is the top tier. They might be hovering around League Two.
Maybe League Two downwards.
Look at clubs out there. And see, the thing is that those clubs, even in their League 2, like League 3 and the rest, they are still playing players.
Wow.
Nigerians, our good players in Sharks and Dolphins and Ekanemi. Ekanemi has then stayed there.
It has gotten to this extent.
And Kano Pillars, okay? All those guys playing the premium level for us here. If they have the opportunity to go and play in League 2, I bet you they'll go there, because you also, by the time they pay you £10,000 in a week, my brother, you calculate it and say, I beg go, carry me, they go. So that's one thing with this league. Even at their lowest leagues, you find out that salaries are being paid. People still go out there and fill up the stadium, and they are making revenues. That's why the league is the biggest league in the world.
Exactly, and like you rightly said, when these players who play for the Nigerian NPFL, and then you see, and maybe they find themselves playing in some of these leagues in Premier League, there's always a chance that top teams can also watch you, and perhaps from there they can even get, because if you see how some of these players that rose to limelight is from places of that nature. So when you come over to this our country and you see the way they are taking football, it's just so appalling. And you see, I had a friend recently who was so passionate about football, and 27 years is still, I was like, who will sign you at this?
27.
I'm telling you, who will sign you at this age?
That one, he just needs to, oh God, I'm not trying to, it's a tough one, 27. We are talking about if you are 17, you're already old. You don't add 10 years on top of it, and you want to play professional football. Oh my God. I don't know where you play that ball. Maybe not community football. I'm sorry, you. I'm sorry, maybe not community football. But then, yeah, that is life. Life throws. Man, we are not here to do motivational talks, but then at 27, nothing come out.
So it's been nice discussing football, the game that we love.
Same here, bro.
It's really been amazing. Premier League, and like you always usually say that this is the game that we love.
Yeah.
I must really appreciate you for joining me this night and analyzing this match, and I hope to hear from you next time.
Thank you. Far too kind.